Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I will be walking you through some of the things that you should know if you want to switch your career into the data analytics field. So let's get to it. So in the last few months, I have received quite a bit of questions from people who are interested in switching their careers into the data field in general. And some of these questions are along the lines of, hey, I want to switch into a career in data. What do I need to do? Some other questions include, hey, what certifications do I need to have if I want to enter into data analytics field? And many more questions. And so in this video, I will just be walking you through some of the things that you need to know before switching and what certifications you may need to do if you are really interested in venturing into this field. So before we get in, what are some of the motivating factors that will attract you to want to switch into a career in data analytics field? So some of these ones here I've highlighted are some of the most popular ones that people in data analytics and data careers in data in general do enjoy. So the first one here is a career in data analytics is pretty they pay you pretty well. So I'll just list down as we move along the average salary that you will expect if you work in the data field in general. And then there is also very high demand. So currently there is a lot of demand in the market for people with data analytics skills. And what this means also is that when you're applying for jobs, there are a high likelihood that you may be able to get a job or at least get a number of interviews. So there are a lot of jobs out there for people who have data skills in general. Another reason is also flexibility. So this is in terms of where you can work from. If you work in data field in general, because mostly this is a technical field or a highly quantitative field, most companies will allow you to work from home. So since COVID, a lot of companies have transitioned into remote roles. So if you have skills in a data analytics field, you most likely will be able to get a job that lets you work from home or anywhere from the world. So you can be living in Europe and working for a company that is based out of the US, or vice versa, a company that's working a company that's based in Europe and you are in US and you can still work remotely. Canada, US, or South America really. So some of these roles are pretty flexible. And then the other one is job security. And what this means really is that if you have a career in data analytics, or if you get a job in this field, your job mostly is secure. Even if there are layoffs, most likely you will not be impacted unless the company is really desperate and they want to let everybody go. But in any company, in all the industries, there will always be a data analytics department, and they always are in demand of people who do have data skills. So these are some of the reasons why a career in data analytics is pretty attractive. Okay, so what are some of the things that you need to know before switching? So mostly when you are having conversation with folks who have never had any tech role, or any data analytics or a data analyst, or basically any role in data in general, uh, people don't know that there are different categories in data field. People will just say, oh yeah, I want to enter into data analytics, and they don't know that there are different categories that require different skill sets. So I've just laid here a number of those categories, and the first one is data entry. So if you want to go into data, this is the most basic role. You can go into data entry. You can go into business intelligence, or a business analyst, or data analyst. You can venture into data science role, or you can also go in as a data engineer. And I will be explaining some of these categories in detail as we move along. So data entry in general mostly involves around clerical data entry work. This is things like transcribing videos, entering raw data into various databases, managing calendars, taking messages, and forwarding calls, and things like that. So this is the most basic of a role in data field, and this one does not require any advanced technical skills. All you need to know is how to type, and generally they require somebody who can type at least 40 words per minute, and some other basic skills on Microsoft Office tools like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and things like that. And at the very basic level, at least most of these roles require you to have a high school diploma, but it's not required really if you can show that you know how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, and at least have some basic typing skills. You should be able to at least get a role in data entry. As far as I know, there is a lot of certification required for this, but there are some Udemy courses that you can take, and some from other online courses, and I will show you this later on, where you can go to get some of this information. But basically, they just need you to have basic understanding of Microsoft tools like Excel, and at least be able to type. And mostly there are a lot of jobs for data entry roles, and you can apply them, and also you can remotely work on this job. And the the average salary for data entry is around 40,000 US dollars per year. And it can it can also go up as you advance your skills. So if you don't have any degree or anything, and you just want to apply for any data role, you might want to take a look at this data entry role, and there are a lot of posts out there. And then the second category on this one is this one called business intelligence analyst, um, or they call it a PI role. And this role is mostly what you are required to do in this role is some things around analyzing data to help organizations make better decisions. You are also required to know how to use data visualization tools to present data in easily digestible manner to non-tech stakeholders. And so mostly here you will be using tools like Power BI, visualization tool, Excel, Tableau. So you will be creating mostly dashboards for these roles, and analyzing data and presenting them in a manner that is easily understandable to people who do not have any technical skills. So again, like I mentioned here, you most likely will be requiring how to use or you'll need to know how to use Power BI, Excel, and Tableau. And there's some certifications for Tableau, Power BI, and even Excel as well that you can take. Okay, and the average salary for this one is around 88,000 US dollars. So this is a pretty decent amount considering the average salary in US is around 50,000 median salary for households. So this is a pretty good amount as the average salary. So this category you will see business analysts, data analysts. Generally, you will just be analyzing data and creating dashboards, and you will also need to have some SQL skills to some extent here. But the dashboards, if you know how to use them, you should be able to be successful here. And if you have a business background, if you have, say, economics major in college, if you did economics in college, or if you did business, you should be able to be successful in this role. Um, and then the other category that falls into this data field is data scientist, and this role you will be mostly analyzing large and complex data sets. You will also be using statistical and machine learning techniques to identify patterns and trends, and here you will also be doing predictions, or what they call predictive analytics. So you will be making predictions and inform business decisions based on the predictive model. So mostly heavily machine learning tools here. And the skills required for this one, the very basic one is they require mostly people who have a degree in computer science, statistics, and mathematics, or even economics in some cases. And the average salary for this one is around 102 US dollars per year. So we will also be looking later on some of the requirements for data science. This is mostly a pretty technical role, really. You also need to have um, a skill sets in Python, SQL, of course, and R, Stata. So basically, these are very heavily tools that are used in statistics, and you will be doing most of the research and machine learning and things like that. So in some cases, most companies require people who have PhDs or masters in some of these courses. So this is a very advanced field in data in general, and it's pretty sexy. A couple of years back, they were saying data science was one of the hottest and sexiest job in America, and I believe even right now it's still considered, especially with the way AI is currently emerging and everybody is talking AI. If you have a degree in data science or if you have skill sets in data science, you will do very well, and you will be getting very paid very well. Your job will be secure, and you will be on a high demand. So this is a very lucrative job in data in data field in general. And then the last one I have here is a data engineering role. This is another category of a career in data space. And data engineers mostly do design and build data infrastructure and systems that support data collection, storage, and analysis. They also manage and maintain large data sets and databases and ensure data is accurate, accessible, and secure. Okay, so these are the guys who build your databases and they also maintain it. So mostly heavily ETL work. They ingest the data from various sources using either Python or ETL tools. They transform it or they load it into your database, and just make sure that your analyst or a business intelligence analysts are able to access this data and use it. So these are the guys that business scientists, business analysts, or data analysts heavily depend on, and it's a very critical role to have in an organization, especially if you're bringing data from external third-party tools. So these are the guys who will be modernizing your data warehouse and making sure that the data that you have to use for your business decisions is clean and it's able to be accessible and secure by everybody else in the team. So this is a very technical role, really. People who enter this field have some software programming background, and the skill sets that are needed for this is Python, SQL, Java, basically object-oriented programming languages. If you have that knowledge, you should be able to do well here. Um, and also you need experience with big data technologies like Spark and Hadoop. Hadoop has been, it was very popular in the last 10 years. I think currently with cloud taking over, there's still need for Hadoop, but it's not as hot as it used to be in the last 15 years. And the average salary for a data engineer currently is around 115,000 US dollars. So you can see that this is a very it is a highly paid role, and if you manage to enter into this field, you will be a very happy person. And again, there are certifications that you can do for these roles in general, and generally they do require, most of these roles do require you to have a college degree, but you can go through boot camp and still be successful. So this is just a high level overview of some of the categories that you can switch into in data field, and this is not exhaustive list. There are a lot of sub other categories like analytics data engineer. You will have I mean, I'll just show you in a minute. If we go online and search for analyst roles, you will see the different categories that are present out there. But in general, these are the main ones that I can think of. So before you switch over, you have to decide which one of these is going to be favorable to you and which one you will like more. So again, as you go up, the more the money, the more technical and skill set required for this. So I mean, some of these things you can go through a college or a university, but in my experience, they don't teach everything here. Like myself, I did computer science in college and never had to learn anything about SQL or anything data engineering in general. Databases, they were only like maybe one or two courses. Some of these things I had to do and learn it by myself, and there are a lot of courses in YouTube online that you can use to practice and just get up to speed if you want to go into data in general. So there are a lot of resources. You don't really need to go to college. You can take certifications and be able to get a job here. Um, so let me just quickly switch over and show you maybe some job roles. So if I go to LinkedIn and just show you, um, some of these requirements that you have uh, for some of these fields. So if you go to LinkedIn and just go to jobs, and here if you type for, let's say, data entry jobs, you will most probably find them here. Let's see if we have data entry roles. Data entry clerk here, data entry specialist, data entry clerk. Let's just hop to one of these and see what they need. So you will see here, entering customer data into company systems accurately, taking orders and entering information into different programs, following rules and exceptions, send necessary technicians. And you can see the requirements here: high school diploma, 1 years of experience, of office driven experience, computer skills, ability to type. So you can see that here the requirements are not that high. They just need you to know how to type and be able to communicate and just basic typing skills and how to use computers. Let's see this other one here. So this one is a consulting job. It says data entry experience preferred. So here this is a remote short-term project, and they will be leveraging e-billing system and comparing data in the systems to data on spreadsheets. Um, Training will be provided. So you can see they are providing training and all of that. 1 year of work experience, data visualization, data entry, Microsoft Excel. And you can see they're paying $30 an hour. So that is what you do have there. Let's see this one again. Provides manual metadata indexing for digital documents. Provides quality control for documents converted digital. You see, high-speed manual key data entry. So you can see here, the keyword here is you have to know how to type fast and enter documents, because sometimes you'll be talking to people on the phone and you want to type the same information on a computer so that you can refer to it later. Here the pay salary is $18 an hour. So you can see this is also a good field if you just want to have something that you can quickly hop into without having to worry about college degree and all of that. Okay, so the next one is, let's look for data analyst role or a PA analyst. And we can see what we get here. So senior data analyst, for example, here this is more of a senior role, and you can see it says a hybrid role here, and I'm sure if you can filter for remote roles as well, and you will still be able to find something. When you go to the requirements here, these are qualifications. They require you here to have bachelor's in mathematics, statistics, data science, or analytics related field. In some cases, you can, if you have masters, you will be good. I see this one requires PhD, and I guess because it's senior analyst role. And as you go down here, you will see they require SQL, Python, or PySpark, proficiency in Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, and also AWS, Azure, GCP. Okay, so you can scroll down and just read. Mostly this is what I do before I learn a new skill. Just go through the role and see what they need, and you can tailor your learning experience or learning planning according to what some of these roles need. So you can see this one, this data analyst here is paying range of 100k to 120, pretty decent amount of money right there. And this is a full-time role in a medical company. And as you can, you go to the requirements. They need you to have at least 2 years of experience as in analytical role, PA or PS in quantitative field like statistics, applied mathematics, economics, computer science, or equivalent experience. Proficiency in SQL, Python, Excel, Google Sheets, and also comfortable with statistics and data manipulation. So you can read through this, and this is the similar theme in a number of these other ones. So just an idea there. And then let's check data scientist role. Data scientist. Okay, so we have data scientists here in Etsy, and let's see what they pay for this. You can see here they are decent amount, 115 to 149. Very good amount, really. And you can see here the experience, the qualifications for this is 2 years experience as data scientist or data analyst. So this is important. Most people who enter into data science are folks who have done a bit of data analyst roles. So most companies, when they hire data science um, engineers, some of them end up doing data analyst roles because some of these data science uh, traditional roles or a by book role require heavy machine learning, and some companies may not be mature enough to have this machine training and all of that available, so they just end up doing data analyst work. But yeah, if you have done some data analyst work, you can easily transition to data science role. So here you can see if you have to experience a data scientist or data analyst, you should be able to apply for this job and be considered. Experience in AP, experimentation and statistical analysis of experimental data, and mastery of SQL, experience in R, Python, and visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI, Looker, and other related tools. Okay, so let's see another one here. Senior data scientist. Let's check for basic data science role here. This is hybrid, and this is a pharmaceutical company. Um, and you can read through what will be required. I'm just going to go through the qualifications here. 2 to 5 years of experience in technical role within IT with substantial technical experience, PA or MS, PS in information technology, business administration, or related field. And you will be doing some of these other things. So as you can see, they do require people who have some sort of a bachelor's degree, this data science role. And then for this one, they require you to have PhD in chemistry, chemical engineering, mathematics, statistics, physics, or related discipline in, or masters in data library or information science. Strong mathematical and statistical background and proficiency in R, SAS, JMP, Minitab, MATLAB, and also proficiency in Python, Ruby, Scala, and Java. So you can see this is also a quite technical field. So if you do not have any experience with this, it might be challenging to just venture into the field because you will be discouraged very fast. Okay, so the last one that I want to show you here is data engineer role. So data engineer role, let's say the first one here that we see is so the qualification here is computer science, information technology, or a related master's degree or related field, and they require a master's degree. They also require 5 years of experience in data engineering or related field with focus in ETL, a strong experience with ETL tools such as Kinesis, AWS Glue, AWS Redshift, AWS Data Pipeline, AWS Lake Formation, strong SQL or NoSQL skills, and some related technologies like Amazon DynamoDB, MySQL, Postgre. Experience with data modeling. What else do they have here? Communication and interpersonal skills, and also big data technologies like Hadoop and Spark. Just what I was mentioning earlier. Okay, let's see what else here. Let's check the last one here for data engineering role. Okay, so these guys, they require computer science or engineering background, strong SQL proficiency, some CI/CD experience, AWS, cloud, GCP, Azure, proficiency with cloud data warehouses like Snowflake, BigQuery, Redshift, Azure Synapse, Databricks, MongoDB, MySQL, Oracle. So you can see all of this are some of the requirements they need. Uh, some of these courses, some of these jobs require some degree or college degree, bachelor's or master's, but as you saw through it, you will find others that may not necessarily require this, and they just want you to have the related technical expertise, and you should be able to get a job. Okay, so that's just a high level walkthrough on what these job sites are offering when it comes to some of these roles that we were just going through. Okay, so you have there some idea on how the market looks like, and the pay is also pretty high for these roles. All right, so what are some of the challenges that you may run into if you want to venture into a field in data analytics if you have never had a previous experience? So as you saw, some of the requirements that are needed in some of these roles are quite technical. So what most people find out once they start their journey in transitioning is that learning some of these tools become very overwhelming very fast, because they, like you see here, they need this, they need that, they need that. So if you try to learn all of this all at once, you will be overwhelmed and you don't know, and before you know it, you will lose hope and basically just say, I'm not going to do it. So that is one of the challenge, and it requires a lot of patience if you are transitioning into a very technical field in data analytics or data space in general. You do need to have a lot of patience, and you also need to have some sort of a plan, a learning plan on how you want to approach this. So maybe every day, if you want to learn, for example, how to use Tableau, or if you want to learn SQL, you want to put couple of days in a week or hours in a week that you want to learn this. And again, like any other course, you will run into a lot of obstacles along the way. You try to configure SQL to run in your local environment and you've never done it before. You might run into even issues when installing the tools, and you can easily give up. So that is one of the things that people, I've seen a lot of people run into, just not having enough patience to go through this. Okay, and then the other thing I've noticed that people run into is when they learn these tools for a few weeks and then they try to apply for jobs and they will never get it, because there might be general bias that, oh yeah, there is preference for people who've done college degrees over people who do not have college degrees. Uh, but I don't think that is necessarily true. What I would recommend is, at least if you don't have a degree, either associate degree or a college degree, just build your portfolio and at least have 2 to 3 projects in your portfolio that you can show. So say if you're doing data analyst role, or if you're applying for a data analyst role, what you can do is yeah, just do some certification online and build some projects. So there are a lot of projects that you can do either in Kakol. Just build a good visualization dashboard of some data, and there's a lot of data that you can collect, and just have it staged somewhere that a recruiter can see. So you can have the code be hosted in GitHub, and just show your recruiter and list it in your resume when you are applying for the jobs. You can also build a website and just include your portfolio there. And when you are applying, if at the end of the day, what these people want to see is you have these skills, and you are able to do the job when they hire you. So you should not be intimidated when you hear other people saying, "Oh no, I tried and I applied for jobs and I did not get anything," and it's a very hard field. Everybody's experience is different, and yours should also be different. So when you hear the people say, "Oh yeah, this is a very hard field, you should not do it," I don't think that's always true. Just do it fast, and like anything else, it's always going to be hard. at the beginning, but as you go into it and you experiment with it more, once you get your job, you will learn on the job, and eventually it will become manageable. And even those people who went through college and got jobs in this field, you a lot of them are still having some um, in confidence issues. So this syndrome, what is the syndrome called? Imposter syndrome. Yeah, imposter syndrome. I think everybody will have it. I sometimes still have it. Whenever you work with a team of very strong people, you will feel that. Oh man, uh, I don't know. These people are so smart. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here and things like that. So it's normal to doubt yourself. But you should not feel that way. You always just continue learning. If you have gotten where you have you are into a company and you're learning things, you should be proud of yourself. Okay, so those are some of the few challenges and just tips on how to deal with some of the challenges that you will encounter when transitioning into data field. And here I just want to show you quickly some of the certifications. So for example, if you just go ahead and type data analyst certifications, uh, certifications. You should be able to see, like for this one pops up data analytics certificate, and this one is focusing on AI in Google data analytics certificates. So you can just search and see which one is good for you. There are a number of these courses. There are some online courses that you can take, and they will issue you certificate, data analyst certificate. Like I see this one for Cornell. They can give you I guess they can give you a data analyst certificate once you go through it. Data come here, data analyst certification. You can see also there's one here that's offered Datacom. Um, you can also go to if you want to learn Tableau. I think Tableau also offers certifications. Tableau certification. So if you this is mostly if you want to do visualization certifications. So you can go to Tableau and you can get Tableau certified. So you can learn how to use Tableau and schedule for your exams and get one of these certifications done for yourself. I believe also even Power BI certification, I believe they should have one. Microsoft Power BI as certified. You can also study this and get one. Again, some of these analyst roles require you to have these tools. Even Excel certification. I think there might be one for Excel as well. Yes, Excel Associate Office 2019, Excel Associate. So you can just click any of this and see what will be needed, and if you need to pay any amount, then what are some of the things that you can learn. Okay, so those are some of the data analyst certifications. And for data engineering, data engineer certifications, there are a lot of these ones. You can do cloud certification, you can do Snowflake data engineering certification, and especially for data engineering roles, since a lot of companies are going online, I would recommend you take a look at the cloud engineering or cloud data engineering certifications that are out there. So let's say if Azure has one, Azure data engineering certification right here. Let's see. You can see here there is one here, this DB203. So if you want to get cloud certified as in engineering role, you can do this certification and apply for a data engineering position. And you can see a lot of the things that you learn here are heavily data engineering related courses. Okay, so you can also go to what is the other one? AWS data engineering certification. um, you can see they also have here AWS certified data engineer. So this is also going to be pretty good. You can go through it and get certified in AWS. Which is the other one? GCP data engineer certification, right? So you can see here we have professional, and I think there's another one for associate, cloud data engineer professional certificate. um, I think there should be an entry one if you want to learn the entry level certification. Alright guys, so that's all I had for you in this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please take a second and click the subscribe button right now so that the next time I release similar videos you will be notified. Alright, okay, bye bye.